Hey everyone, how's it going out there? I'm Snake Man. Welcome back to the Dream Harrier stream, where we travel through gaming space and get mad that OBS doesn't see the emulator. There it is. There's Open MSX. Today we're looking at Penguin Adventure. This is the sequel to a game called Antarctic Adventure, which is pretty straightforward. You're a penguin, and you gotta rush to the end of the checkpoint. There's a time limit. This game is MSX exclusive, Penguin Adventure. It is the sequel. And it's also notably like Hideo Kojima's it's his first gaming credit as I think he's listed as designer, or one of his first major roles in the company. Hence the funny stream title, Tactical Penguin Espionage. We'll be having some of that. Let's reset this MSX. You guys can see it boot up. There's that beautiful Konami logo that we all love, because we all love Konami. I'm pretending that the last 15 years of Konami haven't happened. 10 years? I don't know. Hey. No demo. So, yeah. This is what we got to work with. Penguin Adventure. Sad, sad penguin. Let's get started. So much like the first game, we're gonna be running, we're gonna be jumping, and we're gonna be catching fish. And don't try to get all the fish. Just stick to one side for the most part. Yeah. Oh. I thought I was invincible. I guess I'm only invincible to enemies. So you gotta jump over holes, but in this game, the holes might have a friend. What's a blue heart? Ooh. It seems good. I kind of want a hole. Like that hole. Oh. Okay, so there's a way to get both all the holes to kind of aim at you. Interesting. So some of the holes we're gonna have bonus levels or shops or all sorts of stuff. So we do want to go into some of the holes. I believe it's every small hole. Tactical penguin. Yeah, let the fish come to you. You know, don't fight it too much. Okay, I gotta jump earlier for that. Maybe I'm going too fast. It's like, here's a hole. Here's a friend. I think we're gonna want a gun. And that's about it. Buy more! I think some of the hearts can give us... Oh my god. Jesus. Some of the hearts can give us extra time, which might be useful. I think I want this side. I've not played a lot of this. I played it. I have it on a Saturn collection. We might start running out of time here. Okay, we gotta stop running into holes. Oh my god. Okay, this is what I get for being greedy on fish. Let's gamble. Okay, so we're still in it. That's good. We could get the beanie hat. So now the beanie hat will let us fly. Or I guess we jump higher. Oh yeah, look at that. And oh yeah, I haven't used the gun yet. We have a gun. I don't know if these items are permanent or if you lose them at a game over. But our penguin has a gun. This is also the famous Pentaro. Or I guess this is Penta. Pentaro is his son. There's like an important distinction. At least Konami has one. Boop, boop, boop. Oh my god, I gotta get used to this new jump. So I can control it. Like I can release early. But it can still mess us up. Basically gave us 2 jump heights now. This is why we need a gun. Get out of my way. Because we can die if the right enemy touches us. Or if we don't make the time limit. There are also boss fights in this game. Oh, I got a whole jump on that. I forget. It's like the buzzer hat in the first game. How are you doing on fish? Eh. We gotta get to about 40 to get the pendant. I think the pendant will give us... I don't know what it will give us. Oh, that's a hole. Damn it. It's so hard sometimes, because you're programmed to avoid holes in video games. Here's the boss. No! Be careful! Oh, hi. So we gotta jump on these pegs. I think we can shoot the fireballs. Oh my god. Never mind. Rude, video game. Ooh, terrible flashing. There you go, that's a level of Penguette Adventure. Now we're in the water. Who knows where the holes are? Are there even holes? Oh, that's a great way to get some fish. Oh, these kill. Uh-oh. Oh. Oh, there's no continues. I thought there were continues. Hold on. Penguin Adventure continues. Is it a code? Is it an item? If you want to continue after you game over, type Noriko. Okay. Okay. This game has continues. It's just a code. That's okay. God damn it. So now we know how to continue. Will it keep our items? I don't know. Thanks, Cloud. Kinda wanted that. Let's gamble. Okay, that's good. It's bad. That's good. As long as we keep getting a cherry, we get our money back. Just want enough for the gun. Oh. Fine. I mean, the beanie hat was really nice. Okay. It's hard to catch all the fish. I told you not to catch all the fish. I think there's a hole on this left side. No. You guys think penguins are cute? Video game penguins? Real penguins are also cute. I don't know what I'm saying. That's me getting greedy. Uh-oh, I didn't catch that hole. Okay, there'll be another shop. Goodness, I just need more fish. I don't jump high enough to do what I'm trying to do. So maybe it's better if we get... No, because we're gonna go into that one stage with the enemies. I had no idea the logs killed. It's gonna be an interesting dilemma. Yeah, let's get the gun. Come on, Papa needs brand new hat. Okay, that was close. What was it, 30 that we need? Yeah. I think the shoes also let us, like, move faster. But I think the gun will be more useful in the next stage. We just gotta make sure we get that beanie hat before we go to the river stage. Yay! Like I said, this stage has enemies, so... this is gonna be hard. I wanna say the hole was on this side. Oh no, no, no. No! I had to jump because if you touch the edge, you do that. You don't go in the hole. Is there another hole? It's a good item to have here. The invincibility in Antarctic Adventure, like, crushed these little, like, pillar things. In this game, it just goes through enemies. Let's see, I'm only using the gun just in case. Also score, you know? You get a max score. Satisfying. Okay, we need another shop. Oh. No! Yep. There was the shop, and because we bumped... That sucks. Oh my god, the turtle! Hasten slowly. I don't know how to juke him. Did you see that? He wasn't even facing that direction. Be ambitious. Okay, we need to come up with turtle strats, because I think that's mostly the kind of boss fight we're going to be dealing with. Who are these guys? Well, they came to celebrate with us. Oh, it must be because we ended at a certain time. They had two and 2 digits. Okay, so we gotta remember logs kill. It's a good time to stack up on some fish. Let's not worry about shops. I wish we had the enhanced jump. Alright, catch them fish. I didn't want to get stuck somewhere that I couldn't Like, I didn't want the cloud to end out in a bad place. I ended it on my own terms. Moai head. Yeah, so on these stages, you can jump multiple times. Okay, those stop you. I thought they were enemies. Tried shooting one. Right. I tried jumping. Okay, let me look at this code again. At the level select screen. Okay. N-O... Wait, am I on the right? That didn't work. That didn't work. Okay, we having a problem. Let me look at another. Nautico. Oh, it's supposed to give a continue option. I know this keyboard works because we used it for Lupin. All right, let's try it again. We used it for the passwords in Lupin. Yeah. Let's just focus on getting hearts. That's a bonus stage, I think. Don't know how we got a bonus stage. I'll take it. Flying through space. No. No. I think it goes into the time limit, or... What? I didn't get that fish? Are you kidding me? Or we hit a rock. So mad we didn't get the yellow fish, because that's like a special fish. Back to Earth. Back to getting our gross whole Earth whole fish. We have enough for the gun. You can't bet anything. You kind of have to up your speed if you do want to get to the end with a decent time limit. So I noticed that the Noriko is in all caps, so maybe I gotta hold shift as I type Noriko. That, or I'm playing on the wrong kind of machine. Because this game is supposed to be in English, and it is. But the title screen isn't. Which makes me wonder if I have the machine configured incorrectly. Because we are playing on a Sony Hitbit? So it's possible we're on a Japanese machine and I have to type it in kana. Oop. I need more fish. At least 3 more fish. 2 more fish. Okay. I think our hole is coming up soon? Oh, it was on the left side. Shoot. Okay. Never mind, there is a hole on the right side later on in the level. So we'll just pop into that one. This guy. Hello. I would like a beanie hat. Let's gamble. Ugh. We got. Can't buy more, I'm poor. Alright, so now we got the good jump. We got the gun. Thinking about our girlfriend. As penguin heroes tend to. Oh, I need to be closer to the side. Oh, that was a hole. I didn't have enough money anyway. I mean, it could have triggered a bonus stage, possibly. You don't want to go into the shops without enough money, because that makes the item shop dude kind of upset, and he starts raising prices or something. I don't know. There is some kind of barter system. Oh, I wanted yellow. Oh well. I'll take a cloud. Damn, I'm missing a lot of fish. Because the enemies can still hit us. That's why we have a gun. Just in case. I'd say we don't need anything until the next level. We can just kind of stock up on fish. We're gonna fall. Alright, boss fight time. So I think we just gotta keep moving. Ah, he's so good! He shoots so fast. You don't know where his shot's gonna end up. Also, it doesn't have a lot of time. I think I just... yeah. Okay, he does lead his shots a bit. So I guess you do gotta just bait it out. Oh yeah, sorry for the flashing. Anytime a boss is defeated... Oh, we almost had 222. Last time we had 232 and we had like a special ending. Like Mario fireworks. Okay. So our focus is just to get fish here, as there are no shops. We have the good jump. Actually, yellow would be really good to have. Nah, I grabbed green. Well, actually, I don't know if yellow's invincibility, but I don't know if it counts on these logs. I guess if the continue code doesn't work, we could start using save states, but there's supposed to be continues in this game. Back underwater. So we do need to worry about enemies that come from the sides. Which means our gun won't help us. Getting a yellow heart, though. There we go. Let's just keep getting a yellow heart. Oh, that's a shop. Okay, so there are shops in this. Or not, okay. They look like the shop holes. Oh. What's a penguin to do? I got him to think about Moai Head once. It's very cute, because Moai Heads are cute. Come at me. Okay, we have a gun. So if we end up in danger... Oh yeah, we can jump again. Oh, that's a shop. Okay. May I help you? Okay, so he sells things cheap. Here, where's my item list? So we do need the map, but there's no map. He's not selling one. The ring is good. What's the bell do? Where is that? Rings when you're approaching a warp. That could be good. Feather allows you to change direction in midair. Okay, I'm gonna get that. And then... Green trees increase speed. But I think I want this. And then we'll gamble. Bummer. We're having decent luck. He lives in a hole. Oh my god! Oh, we can continue. Oh, okay. Let me map a button on my controller to F5, because that would be really useful. Edit. Yeah. How are you, Afidi? Welcome to Hideo Kojima's Penguette Adventure. still have her gun. So what the ring does is it lets you see presents on certain stages, and I think we need that. And now we can also affect our air movement. The green shoes just made us go faster, which would be useful. Oh yeah, we kept all our items, but lost... Well, actually, we lost all our fish gambling. Yeah, what? I live in Florida, so it's pretty hot all the time. I don't have enough. Oh, this is real Santa. I guess I'll take free shoes. Was more expensive than the bell, I think. Thanks, Santa. See, real Santa. Oh, and that's a gift. So because we got the ring, we can get gifts now. Which gave me blue shoes, which I think increases my jump. No, what do blue shoes do? I don't know. We're gonna fall. Oh, it makes us faster. Okay, boss fight time. Oh my god, having these items is so good. Get got. Alright, we're doing pretty well. We got some good items. The continue code works. It just doesn't work the way I thought it was. You have to type it at the beginning of your game to access a continue option, not to continue. So we've had to restart a couple times trying to figure out this continue code. He's like a very, yeah, Godzilla or Gamera, Ultraman type enemy. It's a bonus stage. To space! Okay, start slowing down when there's fish and not rocks. Ugh, missed. That's a super fish as well. I love this bonus stage. I love how it looks. I always get the feeling they wanted to make some kind of behind-the-back shooter, like space shooter, which I guess they did on the Famicom Disk System. They made Falchion. Oh, special fish don't count towards your fish total. I don't know what they do then. I feel so powerful. Oh my god, I'm moving so fast too. Like how far that bounced me. Oh, we're beating stages super fast. Oh yeah. So, like, Konami put a lot of work in their MSX games. I mean, you know, SD Snatcher, the Nemesis games, Parodius. Parodius started on the MSX before moving to arcade. Okay, that means there's no holes. That does mean there's logs, and logs kill us in one hit. Maybe don't go full speed. Oh, Jesus. I don't know what these holes are. It's a bat. Died. No pain, no gain. Oh, I got an extra life at some point. Oh, okay, I was seeing if I could shoot the bats. Probably not worth it. Good luck. God, it feels so fast. Yeah, I don't know what those are. They could be stores. No, they're deaf. It's deadly. Don't touch it. Now what? What are you gonna do about bats? I thought so. Penta's so cute. I was watching someone play Tokameki Memorial. I think Icevy was playing it. And there was a UFO catcher, and it had a Penta. We would later see Penta in the original Proteus, and then the sun in the later Proteuses. And then you'd also see Penta... What's that game where the penguin's super fat? Is that Good Cloud? No, these are bad clouds. Get out of here. Yes, I can shoot the clouds while I'm on a cloud. It's pretty good. He is. He's putting in hella work. I want... I want invincibility. You can understand why. It's a lot of enemies. Oh, I touched that? Does Penta have a Konami Yu-Gi-Oh card? I know the Gradius ships do. I know there's a Simon Belmont. Okay, so the stages are getting pretty tough right off the bat. They know I have all these items. They're like, okay. Time to give them the business. Oh, I wanted that fish. Oh, our fish reset. Oh, because we continued. Yeah, it's a good thing we got most of the good items before continuing. Now that we know that the fish reset. I mean, this lets us get a lot of... That heart did not want to be a good, useful item. Oh my god, the fireballs. They're so fast. Can I shoot rocks? No. I didn't think I could. Oh my god. Hasten slowly. You hasten slowly. There's a time limit. Alright, boss time. You just have to juke him. Okay, that was being greedy. It helps that we have the speed up shoes. Oh, I have 4 penguins this time. So we do need to find a store, because, we need to find a map. I don't know what happens if we don't have the map. Ah! This is invincibility. Oh, jellyfish could come out of the holes now. I would like a yellow heart. You're not gonna give me a yellow heart. I'm very busy. I shouldn't have jumped. Why'd I jump? So yeah, we've been doing MSX games this month for MSX March. I don't think that's real. That's just something I was like, made up. I wonder if those are invisible enemies that have the shadows, because I can't understand what actually is hitting me. Oh, we can kill the squid. Just kind of rough. Oh, that was scary. I want to get out of these water levels as soon as possible. Fish be damned. I like that the fish still come out of holes despite we're underwater and you could just run into them. Like the space stage. Oh, this is another stage without shops. Oh, okay, we can't kill those. What are those? We can bust through rocks, and we don't have to worry about those. Oh, that's satisfying. Can I get another invincibility? No. They get a bonus stage, though. We're going to space again. No penguin cards? This is the worst. Yeah, I know about that one. Yeah, so I think the special fish doubles the fish count. Or something. No, I'm missing all the fish. Yeah, Getsu Fumaden, the final boss of Getsu Fumaden even has a card in Yu-Gi-Oh! Just cool. Okay, I need to not go full blast in this stage. Okay. It's way too fast. I love Getsu Fumaden. I think it's super interesting. There's gonna be a tree. Okay, so we need to keep an eye out for a shop. We still need some items. That was a shop. I could not enter. I got booted out. Because I came in on the side. Yeah, let's... Space Mambo, that's a game I want to play. It's another bonus stage. Gopher. It's a fish. I want it. The fish on the left side, it's so hard to grab for some reason. Yeah, I'm going too fast. You wanna go fast when it's just meteors? Because you do have a time limit. No, I didn't get the special fish. Back to Earth. Yeah, being able to jump way higher and then also control your mid-air jump is really nice in this. That's the feather and the one of the other items. You have to be careful because the cloud is a good way to accidentally miss shops. Oh, it's Santa! Ah, what's this do? The helmet protects you 3 times against lightning. The pendant allows you to use the slot machine infinite times. Well, I think I want to get his map. Because that's necessary to beat the game, it says. It says needed to reach certain stages. Thanks, Santa. So with that, everything that we buy from now on is just kind of nice to have. I don't think we need anything else. Like I said, we got the gun. Which was the first purchase we made. Then we got the ability to control our jump height and get like a big jump. Which has made these boss fights way more tolerable. Nice tree. You made it, but this adventure is not over yet. Oh, we needed the map to end stage 12, according to this guide. It looks like we lost the map. Okay, so we do need to get a map for certain stages. I wonder if it loops forever. Those are walls. It's kind of messed up. Invincibility would be nice. Ah, return of the face ball. Oh, I don't know if that was a shop. I kind of ran past it too fast to tell. I don't know if I can... Okay, I was gonna say, this seems like a bad situation. Oh, that's a shop. God damn it. I'm on the cloud. It's really hard. I have so many fish, I kind of don't want to die. Alright, so we will need another map for stage 18 and a map for stage 24. Oh, there's an item called glasses that let you see invisible enemies. Looking forward to that. Of needing that. Good thing I got invincibility. So, Afida, you're a Yu-Gi-Oh expert? Or you just like looking at the cards? But some of them are pretty funny. Oh, that's a shop. God damn, I'm so bad at recognizing the shop. That was another shop. Oh my god. We need to get into a shop. We have too many fish. We just gotta spend them. Okay, do not hang around these holes. They have fireballs. I'm used to just jumping over holes. Oh, the blue boots is what let us increase our speed. Oh, beer. From left to right. We got that as a gift. And we found it with the ring. So the ring paid dividends like right away. Okay, we need a shop. This game is starting to turn into a little bit bullshit. So how can you tell a hole is a friendly hole is just that smaller? Okay, I don't know what to do there. I thought I could jump over him. Hasten slowly. Like that hole. That hole right there was a friendly hole. I gotta stop. That's it. We lost 90 fish. So much fish. At least we keep our items. We gotta rebuild. Boop, boop, boop. Those fireballs, they're so fast! Oh my god. Just gotta keep moving. I need... Okay, got worried there. Here's the thing, we don't have enough fish. Don't even have enough fish to gamble. Oh, we can gamble less than 10. I had no idea. Bummer. There's no reason to go in that shop. Well, it could have been a Santa. You gotta keep that in mind. Ah, man. Invincibility. Oh my god. Got completely destroyed by that hole. We're back up to 8 fish. Let's see if they have new tricks, the bosses. I don't know if he moves more. Oh! It's so fast. You don't have a lot of time to get out of the way. That's not good. This doesn't seem like a very good cloud stage, considering all the flying things. Like bats, fireballs. Uh-oh. Oh, thanks for hanging. Hope you enjoyed the adventures of penguins running into rocks and fireballs. You sick. No, I'm kidding. Come on, big money. Y'all killing me on this. Okay. Invincible, just storm through everything. Bats seem really... What is this level? Holy... You're getting filtered really hard by level 15 of Penguin Adventure. I didn't catch that fish either. Remember we had 91 fish? I don't know what to do there. I gotta jump, I guess. I gotta jump or stay to the left. See if we can gamble and get something. Here's the thing, you only need 2 cherries, right? Why? Why is this so fast? It comes out so fast. I don't have any fish. He's a nice barter. Okay. Invincible. Hold forward, run through everything. Show no fear. Game can smell fear. I gotta be careful, these could have fireballs in them. Alright, boss time again. He tricked me. I gotta be careful. He's shooting a lot faster. Look at that pose. I'm scared. These are the invisible enemies. I guess you can see their shadows, so it's not too bad of a deal. And, you know, we have the gun. It looks like they can maybe not be on the ground. Okay, we're starting to see holes, so I need to slow down, because we might need a hole. Oh my god. So if an enemy shows up during that bounce sequence, where you're like, can't control yourself, that you're still vulnerable. You don't have iframes or anything. I jumped into it. Okay, we need fish. Because we might need to buy a map. Killing things give you points, and points seem to give you lives, so it might be worth it to get out of your way to shoot things. Oh, that's two fish I could have grabbed. How dare you? Uh-oh. Good news is these holes don't seem to have fireballs in them. I don't have to be as afraid. No, that was it! God damn it. That might be the only shop. I don't want to miss another shop. Okay, I can see the invisible enemies, it's really easy to lose their shadow with everything going on. Ah, jeez. So let's see what happens. Oh, we're still in stage 17. Okay. Oh, it's 18 that needs a map. Okay. Oh, I can't jump over those even with my increased jump height. That's the problem. God bless you. I love the little messages. But also, I feel like that log extended out. Log tried to trick me. This game is rough. Kind of cool. I really like the Antarctic Adventure. I had it on a pirate cart growing up on the NES. Yeah, we just got... Oh my god. I slowed down too much. No, I need to hasten faster. Give me invincibility. At least then I can burst through logs. In a really satisfying way, too. Back to Earth. Slowly but surely, regain some fish. Oh, those guys are jerks. Because not only do they can hit you, they shoot. I want that. Full speed ahead. Embrace the slowdown. This is a really cool extension of, like, the Antarctic Adventure, like, rule set, I guess you could say. We'll play Antarctic Adventure, if we have time. If this ends early. Okay, so now we gotta watch out for walls. We also need a shop. Yeah, calm down in front of rocks or holes until you know if it's a shop. There's one. So we can get the map. We need the map. This is not the helmet. What is this? Okay, so there's a helmet and then there's helm. I don't know which one's which. One is against lightning, the other is against red creatures. The torch protects you against ink shots. The mail protects you against birds and bats. That seems really good. Let's just try to gamble. Damn, we had really good gambling luck early on, and now it's just been nothing. Okay, so we have what we need to beat the stage. I did not want that cloud. We still have the map. It's a mission accomplished that we had enough fish. They should have just bought one of the helmets. I think that was the one for lightning. There's no lightning in the stage. And then some of the things only protect against red enemies, which are like the spike balls when you're underwater. There is a bouncing version of that spike ball. We saw it before. That reached me so fast. I wanted to shoot the bat. Boys, be ambition. Be ambitious. That's what boys be. And girls. Now we might hit another shop, or we can get more fish from the slot machine, or maybe even Santa. Oh, my fish. That also eats into your power-up time. No, that was a shop. Okay, you're also a shop. You're a nice barter. Wow. I think 3 skulls will just probably kill us. If I had to guess. It can't be just take all your money. It's a slot machine. You probably already put all your money in. Uh-oh. I merely made this so that you couldn't grab fish during that. Oh my god, bats. Okay. We're almost there. Can I get... There we go. You can see our distance in the center. That's the distance to the end of the level. Uh-oh. We just have to survive a boss fight. They've been pretty mean lately. I got so many little penguin friends. Okay, we have 2 more stretches, it looks like. Oh, water stage. We don't have that jacket. That's what I'm talking about, those. Okay, the squids don't hurt us. They only can hurt us if they shoot us. It's good to know. There are invisible enemies now. Have to be very careful. So I'm just gonna not stop shooting. Okay, that's what invisible... That's what the ink does. Okay. Ugh. The hitbox is a lot bigger than I think it is. I'm trying to graze over here. Get my graze and score up. That's not a thing in this. I think we just go full blast. Full blast, try to get invincibility. We do need fish though. Oh, right, we can't. Even invincible, we can't get to see an enemy. There's an item that does that. I need to take out this. So you can't take the squids out with a shot. You just have to get to the top of the screen. It's nice of the game to at least let you know when invisible enemies are showing up via sound cue. I just want fish. The thing about these I was gonna say, the thing about these bouncing red enemies, they don't show up on the edges. But I guess they figured that problem out by introducing those guys. We have a lot of fish. I think we have to focus on items that will keep. This is bad. I don't like this combination of clouds and the smiley faces. Always be invincible. Okay, slow it down. Things can kill us again. The shots are so good. They're so huge. You don't think they're gonna be that big. Go. Cover as much ground as you can while invincible. Alright, okay. We're doing alright. Cute. God, you got me thinking about Getsu Fumbuden now. Okay, we need to look for holes. There we go. The noise it makes is so good. Oh. I wish we could get the power to... Oh my god. I don't trust the holes again. Power to just tear it through. Oh, it's Santa. Okay, he has the pendant, which allows us to use the slot machine infinite times. He has the yellow ring, which allows us to swim through the sea and then enemies. And I think that's the male. Which only gives us 3 hits against... Oh, it works on birds and bats. The slot machine infinite times can be good if we have a lot of money, but... I don't know. Birds and bat defense seems okay for a while. Basically don't rely on it, because it only works on the bats themselves. Maybe we should have got infinite slot machine uses, or maybe we should just use Santa's slot machine. Okay, we know there's a Santa on this stage. I should have got the thing that resists fire, but that wasn't at that store. Okay, the Santa's on the right side, so we should probably hang out on this side. Ah! I'm sorry, I got scared of holes around this time. Santa! I'm not catching any fish. So, yellow ring... Yellow ring's permanent. So this is also permanent. I don't know why I went to the slot machine. I have a problem. I should have got the pendant. I just thought maybe Santa would have a nicer slot machine. Alright, so that was a bad choice. I wanted to see what his slot machine would have. Because I was like, okay, maybe he has a super nice slot machine with really good odds. Oh, this is an evil barter. It's 3 fish. Could have got the... Oh. Could have got... Really? It's all bats. It's always bats. Their shot is too fast. Alright, we will not make the mistake we made. No! Wasting my power-up time. Okay. Santa's coming up soon. There he is. We got an item that would help on the sea levels. There's no reason going in the other hole because that guy's prices are like jacked up. Though we could use the slot machine. It's too late, we already ran past it. Oh, that was a bird. Alright, so we've used one hit of our mail. It's not bad. It means we put that item to work, because that would have been a death. Oh, you gotta be kidding. This game is made by sickos. Hideo Kojima, you're a sicko. Look at that! I didn't even have time. How did I not get that? That's a problem. Well, we have another chance to get the last thing Santa has for us. Why? Why, video game? Why instant fireballs out of holes that are normally just... Oh my god, I almost died again. You must admit, the fireballs are way too fast for this game. I like to get out of the stage. I make these boss stages really hard. Santa's coming up soon. There he is. I didn't get in the Santa hole. Are you kidding me? It's so messed up. Forget that hole. That hole sucks. Try to get as much distance covered while we're invincible here. I need to slow down. I need to slow down so hard. 500 meter. I believe that's... Okay, but these holes... Oh my god. From the sky? Help, I need someone's energy. How do you react to any of that? I'm just trying to get fish. God, that's so satisfying. Alright, I gotta watch out for holes. There's my hole. Thank you, Santa. What? I wanted the heart. I thought I touched the heart. The fuck? The fact that that wall hit me before the heart is crazy to me. I didn't hear when it would run out. I thought, okay, so it shoots where you're going to be. I thought the shot was always the same direction. Did you see that? He tried to snipe me on spawn. Give me fish. Now, we could go to Santa's hole just for the... Oh. I was gonna say, we could go in the Santa hole just for the slot machine. We can go in this one, I guess. See, I believe. Oh no, we don't have a limit now. 3 lemons. Alright, we're out. No, we just have to not die. Normally I do this invincible. Go. That's bad. Oh no. Okay. Just take it easy. We lost our protection from birds. I'd say we lost it from bats too. Oh, why'd I try to jump over it? Come on. Could really use another heart. Okay. I think we can make it all the way to the end, but we are going to have a boss fight to deal with. But this should last us. Hi, Shiva. Welcome. We have penguins. They're on an adventure. I have a gun. Oh, shit. That's 97 fish gone. Ah. We earned that. That sucks. The good news is we have most of the items in the game. God, that fireball always gets me. No, you're okay. This stage has just been... This game has really fast fireballs that come out from every direction. Like there. Normally I can't move this fast side to side or move in the air, but I have bought items. Should we use Santa's slot machine? I don't have a lot of fish to gamble with. Should be right here, right? Oh, I jumped over it. I'm not using Santa's slot machine. Just take it a little easier. The bats are probably the hardest thing to avoid. Because their shots stay out a really long time and they're huge. Uh-oh. Are you familiar with this game or its predecessor, Antarctic Adventure? This is Hideo Kojima's first video game. It's a sequel to Konami's Antarctic Adventure, which apparently it might have been an arcade game. I don't know the arcade version at all. I mean, it makes sense. I only know the Famicom and the MSX version. We just gotta be careful. Ugh. You only remember the cover? We were not careful. Come on, we're almost there to that final stretch. Okay, just... Okay, we did not die to the comets. Or fireballs. Normally I take a death this early in the stage, so... No! I'm not gonna... How did that happen? I have to do this without invincibility. Okay. Includes these bats. So if you hit the side of a hole, which is what I was about to do, you go careening, and you can't control yourself. And then during that phase, you're vulnerable. So I tried dodging, but then the fireball was there. This is Santa. Oh, we can get the mail again. Santa gives you free gifts that you don't have to buy. He usually doesn't have, like, the best stuff. I have most of the stuff. I wanted the heart. The wall showed up so fast. Every shop also has a slot machine, including Santa. Normally you can only use the slot machine 3 times, but I got special item. I wish the gun worked on the boulders, or the fireball. Our blue boots let us move side to side faster. Our green boots let us speed up faster. The ring lets us see special items, which I don't think we're going to see anymore. I think we got what we needed from it. The pendant lets us gamble more. The yellow ring lets us go through a certain enemy type that's in the sea levels. Which I don't know if there are any more sea levels, but we got it. Because Santa said, hey, have a free item. Santa doesn't have anything for us, so we're just gonna gamble. The best I've hit is the triple lemon. It gave me 80, because I only had 8 fish to gamble. Damn. Uh-oh. We'll need fish in the next level, I think, but for now we don't need fish. So I'm just gambling. Nothing in these shops are gonna save us from that. The little karate gi that I got, or I guess it's called a male. Yeah, could have gambled. But I only had like 4 fish. Only protects us from these birds and bats. But it only protects us from the bats, the physical bat itself. It does not protect us from the shot the bat shoots, which is what's actually killing me regarding the bat. No. I was hoping it would not run out that quick. If you can keep a heart on the screen, you can chain invincibilities. But you can't get an invincible heart while you have invincibility. It just doesn't work. It will never change to the invincible heart. Okay. I think there's one more fireball. There it is. You want the yellow heart. Because that lets you slam through things. And I'm killing enemies because you get points, and that might give you extra lives. At some point we had extra lives. That might have been because we did that special stage, and we got some fish that were special. You ran out right then. That fireball is really hard to see coming. I'm not even gonna see Santa. I don't even want to see him. This slot machine isn't even better than the others. I thought maybe it would have better odds. That's not good. Okay. Go. So I don't know how you get extra lives. I'm just making a lot of assumptions. Right, we're gonna slow down a bit because we're in Fireball Country and Bird Country. Okay. We can control our speed with up and down, and obviously left and right makes us go left and right. And our goal is to get to a certain distance before the time limit runs out. Now I noticed the time limit on this stage is pretty generous, so I should probably be more careful when I don't have invincibility. And because I have blue boots, I can go into the red speed. It makes me super fast. Which is very good, but has its own drawbacks. of things show up too fast for you to react to. Okay. I'll take the hit. Remember, he was a bird. Oh! Okay, 1 life. We're almost to the boss. If we can survive... Okay, max speed. Last 4D distance, there's never any enemies. Oh my god, he's guarding that so much. Oh yeah, sorry about the flashing. Oh, thank you for hydrate. Oh, thank you. I've been kind of going non-stop, and I don't want to pause. I'll explain pausing in a bit. It affects the ending. I know, that sounds dumb, but this is a Hideo Kojima game we're talking about. Oh yeah, there are invisible enemies. Did we get the goggles? At least we're in a new stretch of stage. Uh-oh. Uh-oh. That was a shop, I think. Shops are holes that look slightly different from the other holes. Like that. Alright. What does the torch do again? Torch protects you against ink. That's only gonna work in one stage, like a water stage. It's the only time ink comes up. I think we get the goggles. The goggles and either the helm or the helmet. I don't know which one's which. They both look like helmets. But I'm definitely gonna get the goggles. I guess we get everything, huh? Uh-oh, we got a raid. Variable Goo, thank you for the raid. Welcome, raiders. We are playing Hideo Kojima's first video game. The sequel to Antarctic Adventure. Penguette Adventure. We're also gambling. It's a Konami game after all. We hit up those patchy slots. Damn, that was almost 3 penguins. That would have been great. Oh. What do you have? You just have the torch. Back to gambling. See, now we have $2. Funny penguin shoot. Damn. Now we have 4 fish. Okay. As long as you get a cherry, you get back what you put in. Hi Raiders, I'm Snake Man. I run the Dream Harrier ship. We're a ship that goes through gaming space. And we've been checking out the MSX this week. We played the Lupin MSX games. And then we played Sylviana, which was like a hide glide. I don't want Cloud. Cloud's not... I don't know if Cloud would be great for this. So when you're on the cloud, you are still vulnerable. Like that. And then you're way higher up, so shots kind of come at you faster. Oh, that was rough. What are you guys up to? I haven't used the shout out. I'm sorry. I'll use the shadow next time I can pause. Are you still playing Virtua Quest? I keep eyeballing that. Like, I've come in every now and then to look at it. It's something that's on my list, because I actually have a friend that has a copy of it. I think he has the GameCube version. We did not get invincibility. We're gonna have a problem here. I do have the thing that blocks lightning, but only 3 hits of lightning. Frustrating checkpoints. Oh, I got the cloud again. That's what I get. That's what I get for reading the chat. Frustrating checkpoints, then terrible camera. That's a shame. I like the idea of, like, you're in, like, this virtual world or whatever, and then, like, you meet the spirit of a Virtua Fighter. Oh, that was a shop. You learn their move or whatever. That looks funny to me. Meta Rot. Oh, that's cool. It's like Game Boy Color Meta Rot? No, that's in their shop. This is the heart I want. Invincibility. Smash through boulders and bats. Oops. Holes are still a problem. The bosses are fun, the rest is jank. That's a shame. Is this an endless stage? Like, do I need a map for this? I don't think this is one of the endless stages. So I thought I could jump it. Boys, be ambitious. Oh, I can get invincibility though. Haul ass. Just get me out of the stage. I don't want to be here anymore. I feel like it's every one of these final stages. We're in the final stretch of the game. 200. Uh-oh. This one. It's a Revenge of Faceball 2000. Alright, we're good. Unless we need a map, then we're not good, and we have to redo the stage. Some stages you require a map. Or you just stuck in them. So you can see how far we've gotten. So our goal, we're only 2 levels away. So we got the thing that can avoid ink. Okay, I think the next stage we need a map. I have to remember there's no cloud in the underwater stages. So it skips that color when you cycle the cloud, or the heart. See these squids. Uh-oh. No, I wanted invincibility. I thought I was immune to ink. Oh, was I lied to? Okay, luckily nothing happened. Also, I still have invisible enemies, but I have the goggles, don't I? Uh-oh. Uh-oh. Okay. Luckily the ocean stages aren't too bad. I still want to check out Virtua Quest. It's the idea of a Virtua Fighter themed RPG with like cyber kids or whatever. That alone, the concept is just intriguing. Okay, we're on the final stage. We need a map. There's probably a boss fight at the end. I need a pause. And we'll shout out Variable Goo. Go check them out. They're playing Meta Rock Kuwaga. I'm gonna drink some water. I like the little penguin animations. He's having a hard time. Okay, so we do need to keep an eye out for a shop. Shops are going to be holes that look slightly different. So the worst thing that just happened now is I have no fish. Continuing takes away all your fish. So if the map has a cost, I might not be able to make it. Also, the time limit seems strict on this stage. So we might have to haul ass. And I think... Uh-oh. I think the bat shots, they don't travel. Like, the minute they come out, they're active. And it's just, as long as your sprite overlaps on them, that's a hit for them. There is no travel time. That's why they're... That was a shop. Okay. Shop was on the left at the beginning. Hopefully there is another shop. If not, we'll be redoing the stage. But we'll probably also be redoing the stage from just continuing. Because every final stage of a stretch has just been a nightmare. Oh! It's so sudden. Suddenly there's a fireball in your face. Do not like being cornered. I thought I could get over it. Anyone familiar with penguins? This is how they work. And by the way, I'm gonna pause every time we get a game over because I need to pause at least one time to get the good ending. You see what I mean? They shoot and then it says active. Go, penguin. We're almost there. I was waiting that bat out. Okay, let me say the shop was on the left. I don't think there's any fish in this stage, though. Has there been any fish? I missed it. I missed the shop. I slightly jumped over it. There are fish. Okay. Go. Do not know how I missed that shop. You've gone super hard on bats. Bats, birds, and fireballs. Like all my least favorite enemies. The bouncy guys are not an issue, because I can shoot those. I jumped into that. Like I said, there is no distance. I don't know why I assume there was distance. It's just... Oh, not those fireballs. Slowed down because there started to be holes again. Like I said, we still need a map to beat the game. It's so hard. Come on, Penguin. You can do it. Okay, so I think there's no fish before that first hole, so hopefully it's a Santa hole. As Santa gives gifts. I forgot the holes have fireballs in them. Wait, was it on the left or right? Now I'm like... Okay, there it is. 42 fish. 42 fish, he has no slot machine. Uh-oh. This is a problem. So every time we game over, we lose all our fish. Like, we came into, like, a couple stages with, like, 90 fish before. Okay, we have to hope there's another store with a cheaper map. Because if there's not, then we have to loop this stage until we get 48 fish. Oh, it's 2 of our defensive items are gone. I didn't even see that wall. We're gonna be in checkpoint hell. $42. And no slot machine, so we can't even gamble to get that. Because if there was a slot machine, I would save scum with the emulator to try to avoid getting 42 fish. Save you some time. I bumped right into that. This game's ruthless. Oh yeah, I need to pause. There's that store. No reason to go into it. I can hope there's a bonus stage somewhere, but I don't know how to trigger them. Do not have bird invincibility anymore. So I do have to deal with them. I take so much screen real estate. We're still on the lookout for another store. All the while not dying. I don't know if that was a store. I don't know if it was. It looked too big. No! Okay. I thought I got bumped into a wall. What's our distance at? Less than 200? Yeah, I think that's what they want us to do. I think they want us to grind without game overing. Yeah, did the stage loop? Yes. All the time there's a time limit. This is bad. We have no lives. The only way to get lives is in bonus stages, as far as I can tell. God, these fish, or these birds. I have to go somewhat fast, because there is a time limit. I don't even know where the store is. I think we passed it already. Because I don't think it reset us all the way. No, we're dead. Alright, we need to find another store. The fact that continued takes your fish, it didn't bother me at first, but now that the guy wants 42 for a map, and we can't beat the stage until we have this map. I bumped. I wasn't, like, games don't usually turn me into the Joker. Like, you saw me play Super Mario Brothers Special the other night. Okay, that's the store. The store's at 1,000. I needed fish. I'm dying for fish. I'm gonna just kill myself. We need, like, all 3 lives to get 48 fish. 45. Can't believe it's all bats. Bats and birds. Birds and beans. Did not want to get the heart like that. I think I explained that you can't get the invincibility heart if you have invincibility. You need to wait for your invincibility to run out, and then you can cycle to the invincible heart. Oh my goodness. I can't believe this game is this cruel. Did we pause from the game over? Yeah, we did not. See, so now we... I was gonna say, now we can get invincibility. Again. Hey... Hey, fellow friends. Just to save us some heartache. Well, okay, first try. Oh, but yeah, when you do the slot machine, you can't buy the thing. Okay. Alright, we're gonna throw up another save state, I guess. Now that we're good. I don't know what else to do. Oh, he did let us buy. So that's it. That's all we need. We have the map. They never take the map away from you, even on continue. So all we have to do is survive now. Ah! The red mail I bought lets us take 3 hits from birds, those yellow guys that swoop in. I didn't mean to do that. I'd like to point out that I have not used the save states. I did it just in case, to try to save us from some fish grinding. Now all I have to do is just beat this level, which we have done before. It looped on us once. One thing that's nice is we don't have to look for shops anymore. We can just barrel through everything. I should not have grabbed that heart. There is a power-up that lets you... See, if you notice on bends, we end up... Wow, that was a fucked up. There's 2 fireballs and a wall. The bends kind of push us, or pull us in a certain direction. There is a power-up that fixes that. We never got that. That was in earlier shops. I was saving up for better stuff, and then the item just kind of disappeared. Not gonna be mad about that. Okay. Oh my god. Give me invincibility. No! Alright. No lives. There's gonna be an invincible heart. That's gonna get us at least like 200 meter. Oh, not anymore. I don't know why I'm catching fish. I don't need fish anymore. Yeah, I was gonna say there's no way for me to get that heart into the invincible state. I'm going too fast. I need to slow down. The time limit is healthy. Just take it. Sacrificing our defensive item for invincibility, That's way more important. This game is hell. It was nice early on. Like, I was having a good time. I'm still having a good time. Okay. Final boss fight. What the fuck is he gonna do? Oh shit, why'd he shoot? He's tricky. Do not pay attention to the head position. That is just to fool you. He will shoot right, pointed left. Oh, did we pause? Oh, I don't think we paused. Whatever. Whatever ending we get. I don't care anymore. She's dead. Sorry, you're too late, challenge. The adventure once more. Hey, we have a save state. One last spin of the wheel. Okay, I don't know if the save state has a pause. Yeah, it's based on how many times you pause the game, but at 0, it doesn't count. Like, it thinks you've paused it, like, the maximum amount of times or something. Because the game is dumb. God. I was pausing at some point. Just ignore that heart. That heart's not going to be helpful. Oh, that fireball! Yeah, the pause counter is supposed to restart at game over. We got an ending, but I think we could do better. No, I fell in the hole. That's like the most time loss on their special power. How are you doing, Atomic Runner? I didn't say hi. Yeah, I talked. I'm just... Sometimes I'm bad. Bad streamer. Yesterday we played we played Super Mario Brothers Special. Tired? Yeah, I feel that. I had a headache this morning. I wasn't sure if I was gonna stream. Really? That hit me. I should have not jumped. Boys be ambitious. I play a lot of Hell games. Like, the Lupin MSX games. Last year we did all the ballot. Holy shit, those fireballs. I saw the heart, so I wanted to jump to... every time you land on the ground, the heart cycles colors. Oh, that's not good. So we did a save state so I could show you the bad ending. That's my reasoning. Supposedly hearts can extend the power-up timer, but it feels like it doesn't extend it that much, and it's better off to use the heart. There's no escape. There's a hole that I jumped over, a boulder, and a fireball. I love that you can just spawn, and then there's just a fireball. You don't know what direction it's gonna come from. All you know is it just... Yeah, this game is, like, designed really cruelly. By default, it does not have a continue option. That is a cheat code. I had to type Noriko at the start of the game. I don't think I'm gonna get it. Oh, just before it left the screen. I can't help but jump at fish. Okay, we're running out. No, boulder. 775, we've got 2 lives. Okay. I think we can do this. No, I clipped it! God! That went a whole life right there. I didn't see it was gonna be a wall. Not all those things become walls. See? I guess I should have assumed it was gonna be a wall. Oh, this is bad. No! I just wanted to get the heart. Konami, why? Why world? That's a good game. Also a rude as fuck game. But I like it. I like it a lot. It reminds me a lot of Getsu Fumiden. Which I also like a lot. I'm kind of gaming's contradiction because I love games like this. I should leave it on green. Oh, that's not good. But I also like Kirby games. I always get asked, I'm like, aren't Kirby games too easy and boring? And I'm like, no. They're like the perfect juxtaposition of what I normally play. It's so enjoyable. Also, early Kirby games are way harder than people think they are. Especially if you're getting true endings. I always have to fight against the worst rumor on the internet that Kirby games are easy and boring. I refuse. There's gonna be another fireball. Yep. Fight the system, fight the power. Kirby is good. I don't know if this power-up's gonna... yeah. That was kind of rough. There was an enemy on the right and a bat on the left. Oh my god, 2 bats and a fireball. What is this nightmare? You should. I think Kirby is a good time. I think Kirby excels in some really smart level design. And just really smart gameplay. It's one of my favorite gaming series. Meanwhile, I'm playing this. I only bring it up because I've heard streamers say, like, Kirby's too easy and has no substance, and it's like, what are you talking about? Because this is the 30 years of Kirby this month. And I'm really excited about the new game. Now, the new game might be easier than normal because it's the first 3D Kirby. Also, green hearts do extend, just not much. Let's try to get on this side of the birds. Try not to rush too much. It would've been nice if they shot that guy, but... The gun's a I saw a heart. I was like, oh, a heart, let me start heading towards it. It's so satisfying to walk through these boulders. You have no idea. Okay. I didn't see that wall. I was too distracted dodging the bats. Alright, final life. Oh, we have fireballs. It's probably one more. They come in 4s usually. This won't get us to the end, but it'll get us close. Nope. Not anymore. Not with that. Just gotta take advantage when you have it. Just haul ass. Hope that fireballs don't come out of these pits. Okay. Now just do not die on this boss fight. Do not stand in front of him, because he can just shoot like that. Okay, that's that side. She's alive. Thank you. How courageous you are. Now Pierce, now peace has come back to us. We did it. All because we paused once. Last time we got here, she was dead. Thank you. You have succeeded in rescuing the princess and saving the Penguin Kingdom. Congratulations. This game spells congratulations, correct? What's Mario's problem? Sorry, just wanted to get some water in me. Now, trust me, Kojima did work on this game. I don't know if it's an alias. I'm assuming an alias. We promise to continue sending romantic game messages presented by Konami. I love Konami's weird credit rolls. If you ever saw the Japanese version of Simon's Quest, there's like a part where it shows a bunch of what people worked on, and then they're like, this is what they added. Courageousness, honorability, or like there's a whole bunch of weird things. Well, that's Penguette Adventure. I think we still got some stream time. So we can look at the MSX games. So I'm gonna end this VOD. Actually, no. I was gonna end the VOD, but we'll just tack on Antarctic Adventure real quick. Oh, how'd I get in here? I did not want... What? No. I did not want to insert extension. Weirdo. I should just play European, right? I'm just gonna say, complete. Oh, I wrote MSX2. We're not on the MSX2. We're on the MSX1. Ignore everything that I've been telling you. And by me telling you, I mean the game title. So this is on the Famicom and the MSX. And I guess supposedly there's an arcade version according to Wikipedia. I've never seen the arcade version. Controller doesn't work. Does this not support controller? Yeah, we have a controller in port A. One key. So Antarctic Adventure is a lot simpler. First of all, there's no guns. Oh god, I gotta get used to not having all the stuff I had before. There's no stores. And your goal is just to get to the end of the level. No maps. No secret item to cure the princess. That wasn't secret. I just wanted to make the game sound more inscrutable than it actually was. I played a lot of this game on the Famicom. I don't remember if it got a US release, but I grew up with a 42-in-1 Famicom pirate cart, and this was on it. This and like Yi Kung Fu and Road Fighter, so a lot of the early Konami. Also think this is the only song in the game. There's no boss fights either. That's kind of the funniest thing when I played the Penguette Adventure. Boop, 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 boop. This game is more unforgiving in the time limit department. Like, you really have to just press max speed. I think fish can give you lives in this. But yeah, you're going around Antarctica, and you're stopping at all these bases. That was like the US base. Yeah, don't trust holes because walruses can come out of them. At some point there are like rolling boulders and things like that. But but there aren't like the number of enemies that we saw in Penguette Adventure. This is almost like one of those racing games like Outrun, where you know you gotta just get to the checkpoint within the time limit. Like it even has turns. You can never go off track, but the turns do affect you. Actually, maybe you can fall off the edge here when there's like water. I don't know if I've ever tried. Now, one thing I do kind of like is that if you saw the map, it actually does like correspond with the turns. Kind of. This is fine for like 84. You gotta remember 84 was the year the game crash happened in the United States. As well as the year the Famicom launched. That's our base. We've claimed that part for us. And day turns to night as your adventure continues. Your Antarctic Adventure. Now, the Famicom version had special flags. I don't seem to see these in this version. Basically, the flags would color cycle. And you'd get a little beanie hat. In Penguette Adventure, the beanie hat let us jump higher. In this game, it's actually like the cloud power-up from Penguette Adventure. It lets us fly. But you can't control yourself while you're flying. You can only go straight. And you have to mash the jump button. Hey, Mooer. I don't know if you've been here or not. We just got through Penguette Adventure. I'm just taking a little Antarctic Adventure to show the class. Yeah, I'm mostly familiar with the Famicom version. But yeah, we looked at Hideo Kojima's sequel to this game, in which our girlfriend died because we forgot to press the pause button once. Luckily, I save stated, so we could redo the final stage. But like, even on day one, Hideo Kojima's like, what if we added a bad end based on the player's, how many times the player paused the game? Okay, so like if he pauses too many times, it's a bad end? Like, no. So like, if he pauses 0 times, it's a bad end, but if he pauses once, it's good, and then it goes back to bad end until he pauses 4 times. It's like, what? Yeah, I figured. I was okay with looking that information up because that's so dumb. Yeah, is the beanie hat not in this game? I haven't seen it once. Oh, okay, thought I was gonna get wombo comboed. Like I said, there's no instant fail state in this version of the game. There's only time loss. No! Hitting too many walruses. They're not in the Penguette Adventure sequel, which just seems weird, because they're one of the more iconic things about this game. To me. That and the noise it makes when you bump into them. Uh-oh, we're womboed. You can get stuck in, like, infinite hit stun depending on the position of pits. Oh, and there's no lives. I think it's just, like... There's, like, no lives and no continues, I think, so... Once you mess up, you mess up. Now, this is a straightforward path, but you only get 40 seconds, so you basically just... have to book it. Oh, it does have a turn. Interesting. And I think this game has a second loop. It might loop forever for all I know. This is the longest stage in the game, I think. It's like when collecting fish and beanie in the flags in hope of getting the beanie. I don't think it's in this game. I think they added that for the Famicom version. Huh? I don't know. In Penguette Adventure, it's because his girlfriend died, or is dying. So you have to go to the tree and get a special apple, and then you make a return trip. I mean, we're stopping by, like, bases of different countries. So it is possible. In Penguette Adventure, we had a Penguin Kingdom. So maybe we are meeting with these countries. Tell them, hey, Antarctica's ours. We're the Penguin Kingdom. We were kind of here first. Get the fuck off. Hey, F1 doesn't pause. F1's been the pause button in all the Konami MSX games. Yeah. We're gonna get womboed. Yeah, that's not the worst wombo. It's kind of hard because I got used to all the power-ups in the second game. Also, no beanie is killing me. 600 distance at 35 seconds. I think we could still do this. Just gotta be careful. It should be straight ahead for the rest. The beanie also makes you faster. And since you're flying, pits don't bother you. Here's Japan. I don't. Is that the one where the buttocks is nature's wallet? Remember to put your wallet, or it's in nature's pocket. Put your wallet in your buttocks. This is actually really peaceful considering what we just went through. Like, we probably won't win because I'm mad rusty at this and falling in holes, but... bumping into every walrus we see. But compared to the last level of Penguin Adventure... Waddle waddle. Australia's pink flag. It's really cute. I think Australia should adopt this pink flag. 2 more levels. I fell. Like, how did this game become that other game where they gave the penguin a gun? Got too cocky. Hideo Kojima showed up and said, "Give that penguin a gun." It really is a gun. Like, when you go to buy it in the store, the icon is just a gun-ass gun. Uh-oh. Oh yeah, you have no air control. Like, you're locked in. I should probably mention about this game. Unlike the other game where if you bought the feather... Here's Australia again. Look at that. Yeah, they should have a pink flag. Final level. I think this stage has a lot of whole bullshit. But if you kind of know how to just kind of dance between them at max speed, it's just really hard during turns. Oh, turn ended. And you have to do shit like that, like jump over multiple holes. I don't know why I'm like telling you how to beat this game. You're never gonna play this game. I just like this game as a kid. I'm the weird kid who had a pirate NES cart, so like the games I grew up playing was like Twin Bee and this. Is like Japanese only games, and like people are like, what the fuck? Francais. Like his little dance, his little pose. And then you do it again. That's it, that's the game. It just loops. Oh yeah, I have the NES Macross on that pirate cart. I had no idea what Macross was at the time. Like, I avoided Robotech as a kid. I didn't avoid it, it never happened for me. So I didn't know about, like... I don't know anything about it, so I was like... The controls for making the Valkyrie... Hey, Piff. Yeah, we're talking about Pirate Carts, which there is an NES Macross game. I think it's a Namco game, actually. I own it on cart now. Because I bought a bunch of Namco NES games for some reason. But yeah, every pirate cart had that Macross game. You missed Hideo Kojima's Penguin Adventure. I threatened to save state the game, but I never had the load state. I was like, alright, I'm gonna save state so that we can get this fish. And then the slot machine gave me the fish I needed. Alright, that's probably enough in Antarctic Adventure, because like I said, I think the game does loop forever. And we probably could loop it forever. So here's what I'll do. We'll go to the standby screen. I'm gonna take a little stretch, and then we'll come back and we'll just play random MSX games. To play Antarctic Adventure in one of the MGS games? I don't know. I couldn't tell you. Nothing I know about. Anyway, let's stop the VOD and go to standby. I'm gonna take a stretch break, and we'll be right back.